أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين آمين ربي اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقهوا قولي ربي زدني علما أجمعين اللهم صل على محمد وعلى آل محمد كما صليت على إبراهيم وعلى آل إبراهيم إنك حميد مجيد اللهم بارك على محمد وعلى آل محمد كما باركت على إبراهيم وعلى آل إبراهيم إنك حميد مجيد السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. Welcome to LQ Milton class number 76, lesson number 26. We are on the topic of weak verbs, and in lesson number 26 we are learning about al-misal. A very quick recap. In Arabic language, two letters waw or a ya are called weak letters. Whenever they enter into a verb, they make that verb weak verb, and since they are weak, the conjugation that we are so used to for mudare will have changes, will not be normal. समझ में will not be the mudare will not be normal. Now al misal, the verbs are three letter verbs: fa kalima, ayn kalima and lam kalima. So when the waw or a ya enters into fa kalima, we call it al misal. Okay, if the first letter is waw, then we call al misal al wawi, and if the first letter fa kalima is ya, we call al misal al yai. If waw or a ya is on the an kalima, we call it al ajwaf, hollow, right, middle. And if it's on the lam kalima, we call it al naqis. Okay. And similarly for al ajwaf, is the if the ain kalima is waw, then we say al ajwaf al wawi or al ajwaf al yai, right. But this is just a terminology, we don't have to remember it or memorize it. This is just the way the grammarians define it, but from our perspective it's just extra information. And what I'm trying to do is try to provide a very high level, because there are so many rules and so many, it's Arabic language is like mathematics, but the more deeper we go, it will confuse students. So in our class we are trying to give enough knowledge for us when we recite the Quran or memorize the Quran, we should be able to identify the verb, and then don't get bogged down by is it bab nasara, is it bab daraba, why there is a dhamma on fa kalima. Even though grammarian have rules and regulations and formulas, and they are authentic. We don't need to know these things, and these have been discussed, but we are not doing it. And one of the things, the perspective, learning the grammar and then applying the grammar in the on the ayahs of Quran. In last class we did Surah Al-Sharah, Alam Nashrah, we did the analysis of that. When it comes to memorizing the Quran, and once we are memorizing the Quran and then we know what we are saying, then the memorization process is very different than the person who is just memorizing it word by word. I tell you that because I started memorizing few surahs, and the process is very different. Because when we are memorizing, we are actually understanding it. So, when we read through the ayah, we are actually making a statement. We are trying to make sense of the ayah, like what is said, in what sequence it has been said, and then we try to memorize that sequence. You know what I am saying? So, when we are reciting those surahs and ayahs, we are actually like not just reciting some words, we are actually making statements that we understand. So, the process of memorization is very different, I tell you that. And the second thing, this is the personal experience. Tajweed is important, memorization of Quran is important, but then after we understand, then at that time we will start to see the importance of tajweed. Then you would say, okay, now since I am making the statements, the words of Allah, Kalamullah, I have to pronunciate them in a better way to make it clear. But that comes after understanding the statements or the ayahs that have been. So, we are learning about al-misal. In this class, we will also have will apply the lam and the principle of lan on the weak verbs. It is a good exercise because this will help us going forward as well. So, the verb is wajada. Is it al-misal? It is al-misal because waw comes. Now, let us just focus on al-misal, forget about al-ajwaf al-naqis, we are just focusing on al-misal now. Wajada, what is the meaning of wajada? He found, Madi. Where is the file? Mustatir taqdiruhu huwa. Wajada. Now everything is normal. In misal, the Madi is normal. Okay, misal, Madi is normal. It's only when we come to Mudare, then things will change. In Ajwaf, even in the Madi, there are few small little changes. Not on the conjugation, but the fa kalima sometime will get a dhamma or a kasra, but we would not go into the mechanics of that because that becomes very complicated. We just have to memorize it and have to identify it. Wajada, wajada, wajadu, wajadat, wajadata, wajadna, wajatta, wajattuma, wajattum, wajatti, wajattuma, wajattunna, wajattu, wajadna. When I say we found, wajadna. When I say you found, wajatta. Okay. Now, there is something that I am going to explain one step further. It may help us a little bit understanding the weak verbs when it comes to al-ajwaf. If we remember, the fine. If we don't worry about it. Wajada, where is the file? Mustatir, sakin. It is sakin, right? It is mustatir, hidden, taqdiruhu huwa. Wajada, where is the file? Alif. Alif has a sakoon on it, right? So, it is also sakin. Wajadu, where is the file? Wow. Wow has a sakoon on it, also sakin. Wajadat, where is the file? Mustatir, mustatir, also sakin. Taqdiruhu, estimation of it is here. Okay, now we're getting it, right? Alhamdulillah. Wajadata, where is the file? Alif. Alif has a sukoon on it. Okay. These are called the file are also called damair because they are attaching themselves to the verb, are called sakin. So, the first 5, the damir or the file is sakin. Now comes hunna. Wajada, what is on the lam kalima? Fatah. What is the or there is a haraka there, right? Wajada, what is on the lam kalima? There is a haraka there. Wajadu, where is the what is the sign haraka on lam kalima? Dhamma. Fatah and fatah, right? So, remember that lam kalima has a haraka on it. Now comes hunna. What happens? Wajadana. Now, where is the file in wajadana? Na, right? This is the file. Does it have a haraka there? Yes. Where is the file in wajatta? Does it have a haraka there? Tuma, there is a haraka. Tum, ti, tuma, tunna, tu, na. All of them have haraka on them. They are called mutaharrik pronoun or file. Okay, this is a second group. Okay, just very quickly, right? So, this is a second group which is called mutaharrik pronoun, but what happens when the mutaharrik pronouns joins the verb, it will make the lam kalima sakin. This is one extra piece of information. So, now wajad, 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 wajad and wajad. Lam kalima has sukoon. As soon as the mutaharrik pronoun joins the verb, it will make the lam kalima sakin, and they are called mutaharrik pronoun. Just remember it. For at this point in time, that's all we need to know. So, now coming back to the conjugation, the madi is the same. We can identify where the file is, and we can also as a second step knows where are the sakin and where are the mutaharrik file or pronouns, because they are also called pronouns because they are extra attached to the actual verb wajada. Then comes the mudare. Yajidu. Now, since we are dealing in weak verbs, so like I said in mudare, the conjugation will be different. Technically, this is from technically it should be u g du. Technically, that's what happened. Nasara yansuru. Wajada yujidu, but in al misal this weak letter or a fa kalima gets dropped. Alam yajidka yatiman fa'awa, right? Yajid was actually wajada. So, and then why it's madzum? Because of lam. We'll do it, right? Yajidu, is it marfu? Yes. He finds. Yajidani, yajiduna, tajidu, tajidani, yajidna, tajidu, tajidani, tajiduna, tajidina, tajidani, tajidna, ajidu, najidu. Now, can we identify the verb in these, since even though the fa kalima has been dropped, but can we identify the file there? Yeah, file cannot be touched because without file there is no action, right. So, yajidu mustatir taqdiruhu huwa, yajidani, alif is the fa'il, noon is the fa'il, mustatir taqdiruhu hiya, exactly, tajidani, where is the fa'il, alif is the fa'il, yajidna, noon is the fa'il, right, tajidu, mustatir taqdiruhu anta, tajidani, alif is the fa'il, waw is the fa'il, ya is the fa'il here, alif is the fa'il, noon is the fa'il, mustatir and mustatir, ana and nahnu, right. So, we can still identify the fa'il. So, even though a verb is a misal, and then even though changes are happening in the mudare form, but the files are intact, okay. The files are intact. So, whenever the weak form is used in the Quran, we should be able to identify the file, even though the fa kalima is chumantar. That is one thing to know. Now comes particle lam. We know about particle lam. Now, we are applying the concept of lam and lan onto weak verbs, okay, onto weak verbs. Yajidu, is it marfu? It is marfu because of dhamma, right, that is a sign of it being marfu. Lam enters into yajidu, and lams we know is harfu nafiyin wa qalbin wa jazmin, right. It will make the fi'l mudari majzum. So, what will happen? Lam yajid, it will make fi'l mudari majzum. Alam yajid ka yatiman fa'awa. I am just bringing it as an example because that is what we did. No, it is not, it is the Surah Ad-Duha. Surah Ad-Duha. Lam yajid. Yajidani, what is the sign of it being marfu? Noon. So, noon will go away, right, noon will go away. When lam joins yajidani, noon will drop because it will make it majzum. So, lam yajidu. Can I still identify the file? Yes, alif is the file. Lam yajidu, waw is the file. Lam tajid, lam tajida. What happens here? Fi'lun mudari'un majzumun bihazfi noon, by elimination of the noon. If you do not know this how to say it, do not worry about it, as long as we know the concept. The noon has been dropped, let us call it noon has been dropped, that is why it is made majzum. Then comes hunna. Hunna and antunna are written in red here because they are mabni. So, yajidna, where is the file? Noon is the file. Yajidna, lam yajidna. Now, my mind knows, even though yajidna is same as yajidna, but since it is after lam, my mind knows that it is in a majzum form. It is in a majzum form, right. Lam tajid, lam tajida, lam tajidu, lam tajidi, lam tajida, lam tajidna, lam ajid, lam najid. So, if I want to say he did not find, okay, now this is a test. Okay. If I want to say I did not find, what should I say? Lam ajid. If I say we did not find, lam najid. If I say you singular masculine did not find, lam tajid. If I say she singular did not find, she yajidna, third person. I said singular. Hunna, she singular. Here
lam tajid. हिया तो यू नहीं है, हिया तो वो है दे.
Here is singular.
But it's not you.
Oh, I said, did I say you? I said she. I said she. I said she. presence of mind. Okay, I said she singular did not find. So what is it now? Yajidna. Here, she. If I say you feminine singular, then it will be lam tajidna. Oh, sorry, you're right. Okay, hunna. Okay, my mistake. I apologize. It is, yeah, you're right. It is here is singular. She, then it is lam tajid. Lam tajid. My apologies. I'm getting confused now. And if I say she or they, feminine, third person, did not find, then it is lam yajidna. Okay, then it is lam yajidna. My apologies. And if I say you, 1 second, Akbar. If I say you, plurals, feminines, did not find, lam tajidna. Tajidna. Okay. Yeah, you're right. Khalid bhai, you're right. That was, she was singular. It was not plural. It was yes, Akbar.
So you said for we would say nahnu lam najid, or for I we would say ana lam ajid. But in the Quran for Surah Duha it says alam yajidka, right? That did we not find you? Is that not how?
But because so the hamza to istifham, right? But we are not. But if I say I did not find, that means lam ajid, right? What is the question?
So for example, so in the Quran when Allah is speaking from as a we, he uses yajid instead of najid, is my question.
Did he not find?
Oh.
So this is al taqriri. Remember in the last class, Akbar, if you recall this, what is this al alif? It's al taqriri. It's oration. Did he not find? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is like questioning. Did he not find who? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Okay, so not every time Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is going to use the majestic language of nahnu, right? He can question like that too. Okay, so that's on lam. Then come particle lan. What is particle lan? Harfu nafiyin wa nasbin wa istiqbalin, right? It is a negation in future. It is negation in future. So the function of particle lan is it will make fi'l mudare mansub, right? So wajada yajidu, lan enters before yajidu, it will become lan yajida. Okay, yajida. So the dhamma will change into fatha. Lam yajida. Now one thing I want, most of the time when it comes to the noon, when it is in a majzoom form or it is in a mansoob form, they are in a similar pattern. Because how do you make a mudare in a majzoom form and in a mansoob form? By drop, because noon is a sign of it being marfu, so you drop the noon, then either it's in a majzoom form or it is in a mansoob form. We know that. Now how do we identify it? We have to see if there is a lam or some other particle which will make fi'l mudare majzoom, then we say it's in a majzoom form, and lan we know will make fi'l mudare mansoob, so then we say it's in a mansoob form. That's how we find out. So if I want to say, now I have, if I want to say they, feminine, plural, will not find, lam yajidna. Okay, now we are making clear. If I say you, plural, feminine, second person, will not find, what should I say? Tajidna. Okay, now we are making sense. if I want to say she singular, third person will not find. Third person she. Lam tajid, sorry, lan tajid, right? Lan tajid. And if I want to say you singular masculine will not find, lam tajid. If I say I will not find, lan ajid. If I say we will not find, lan ajid, najid, lan najid. Oh, sorry, najida. Am I saying in a majzoom form? Lan najida, lan ajida. For the anta is lan tajida. For ana lan ajida. For we lan najida. Sometimes mistakes happen, and then it basically enforces us to remember it, right? So when we correct it, so najida, ajida, tajida, yajida, right? But then when it comes to the noon, it's same for lam and lan. It's the same. Dropping of the noon will make either mansub or it will make either majzum. If I want to say you singular feminine will not find, feminine second person lan tajidi. Tajidi. Where is the file in tajidi? Yeah, is the file. Yes, tajidi, because noon is dropped. That's why I will make it this one, make it mansub. Tajidi, noon is dropped. That's why it is mansub, because it's coming after the lan. See, that's why it's important to do this, because we're moving from one to another, so it trains our mind.
Right.
Then the next step is, if I want to say you find an order singular jit, and we know how to do it, tajidu will become jit. Is it recording in Amai? Okay. Jit. Where is the file in jit? Mustatir. Taqdiruhu anta. Jida, again order to two, second person masculine. Where is the file? You two find order alif, right? Alif is the file, right? Jidu, where is the file? Waw is the file. Jidi, where is the file? Yeah. Jida, where is the file? Jidna, where is the file? Noon. Noon. Noon is the file. Noon is the file. See, this is a tough exercise, right? This is not easy, but it basically sharpens our mind. If we go, if I mean, we have shared the picture, so I encourage everyone to go and then do this exercise. This is going to sharpen our mind.
In lam yajidna and lam tajidna, where is the file? Both in
Noon.
both of them. Yajidna and
Yeah,
tajidna.
because exactly, yeah, exactly. You're talking about this one or tajidna or
Both of them, which one are the files?
noon is the file.
Both.
Noon is the file. Noon is the file, right? The hunna and antunna, noon is the file, but the other ones, noon is the sign of them being marfu, not the sign of mudare being it marfu, right? So if I say tajidna, and I want to make it amar, what is the first thing I should do? Remove the ta, the sign of it being marfu, right? Remove the ta, sign of it being marfu, and then I have to make it majzoom. But noon is not the sign of it being marfu, so noon is the file, so I cannot remove the noon here, so it becomes jidna.
Unna and untunna, noon always like a
Noon remains there. Yeah, noon is there. Noon niswa is there. Noon niswa we cannot remove. Nunu niswa cannot remove, right? So this is
You can read the feminine.
Failul amar. Okay, so now we have some idea. Now that we have some idea, let's practice a bit more. Two verbs here. Waqafa, yaqifu. What is the meaning of waqafa?
Stop.
He stopped. Yaqifu, he stops, right? Waqafa. If I want to say from waqafa, if I want to say I stopped, what should I say? So this is why we have these two verbs here. In Madi, I stopped.
Yaqifu. So I stopped.
I stopped. Waqaftu. This is a tough exercise. So maybe we will just spend more time in waqaftu. Do the Madi. Waqafa, waqafa, waqafu, waqafat, waqafata, waqafna. Then we are on 407. Waqafta, waqaftuma, waqaftum, waqafti, waqaftuma, waqaftunna, waqaftu. I stopped. Waqafna, we stopped. Okay. So we are taking waqafa and then we are applying that knowledge. If I want to say Akbar, she stopped. She. Waqafat. Waqafat, right? If I want to say you stopped, Madi. Waqafta, masculine. If I say she, you stopped, waqafti, right? If I want to say you all stopped, masculine, waqaftum. Shajibai, if I want to say you all feminine, second person stopped, what should I say? Waqaftunna. So do this exercise at home. We are doing. But if I want to say you stop, I'm not in Madi anymore. Now I am moving into Mudare form. Okay, you stop. What should I say? Waqafa, yaqifu. I'm just taqifu. You stop, masculine, taqifu. Right? So we have to, and then if I say I stop, aqifu. We stop. Now we are not in Madi anymore. We are in Mudare. So what do you say? Naqifu. Okay. But if I want to say you, singular, feminine, stop. Today is a bit hard, but Takifina. Takifina. Right? Takifina. Is it?
So we are in Mudare, but Marfu form.
Yeah. Yeah. If I want to say you all feminine, stop. Taqifna. Taqifna. So I think this is it's best to practice this thing here. Taqifna. So you have to go to antunna and tajidna, waqafa, yaqifu, taqifna. Okay. But if I want to say, let's say they, third person, masculine, stop. Yaqifuna. 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 Okay. But if I want to say they third person masculine did not stop. Did not stop. Lam comes exactly. So now we are moving into lam and lam yakifu. Yakifu with wow. If I say I did not stop.
Now we are going back to
No, I did not.
did not.
Lam. Oh, see, the thing is lam. Okay. Lam aqif. Yaqifu, 5 in your pocket. Aqifu, aqifu, naqifu. So aqifu, I stop. I did not stop. Lam aqif. We did not stop. Lam naqif. But if I want to say she, second person, singular, did not stop. It's right there. Taqifi with a ya. Right. Lam taqifi with the ya. But if I want to say you, singular, masculine, did not stop. Lam taqif. But if I want to say they, third person, masculine, did not stop. Lam taqifu. Yaqifu. If I want to say you, feminine, plural, did not stop. Lam taqif. Now we are getting a hang of it. Lam taqifna. Or change it to into third person, feminine, plural. Lam yaqifna. Right. But if I want to say you, singular, masculine, will not stop. Lan. Yaqifa. And if I say I will not stop. I will not stop. Aqifa. I aqifa. If I say we will not stop. Naqifa. Lan nasbira ala tu'am. Quran mein lan nasbira. Naqifa. हाँ. If I want to say you, singular, feminine, will not stop. You, singular. Taqifi. Lan taqifi. Mansub. If I want to say you, second person, feminine, will not stop. Lan taqifna. And change it into third person, lam yaqifna. If I want to say you all, masculine, will not stop. Yaqifu. Right? Lam yaqifu. So much with the waqafa yaqifu. Right? Or if I want to say stop. Qif. If I want to order two people, masculine, to stop, I will say qifa, qifu, qifi, qifa, qifna. Anta, antuma, antum, anti, antuma, antunna. It takes me a while to to get into the groove, right? This is a tough exercise. Okay, so if I want to say you, singular, feminine, stop. Order. What should I say? Singular. Fi. Right? You see how in the amar the sign of mudari is being dropped. No matter how hard I try, we do not get into lesson number 26 exercises. This is the third time we are trying to with so many things, right? But this is okay. This is fine. This is important, right? Inshallah, try to finish it today. Wada'a yada'u. Now, you see, wajada, yajidu, waqafa, yaqifu, the ayn kalima is getting kasra, but now here it is getting the ayn kalima is getting the fatah. because of the different bab. We don't need to memorize this thing. Okay, I'm not going to complicate things here for us. Wada'a means or to remove, to put or to remove. Okay, to put or to remove. This exercise will basically help us. We don't even have to go to the exercises in lesson number 26, right. We'll do some exercises, but this is going to help us completely understand al misal. Wada'a yada'u, wada'a, he removed. If I want to say I removed, I removed, removed, madi, wada'tu, we removed, wada'na, right, wada'na, wa wada'na anka wizrak, wa wada'na anka wizrak. You see, wa wada'na is wa wada'na. So now see the memorization process I was explaining. It's not like a like wa wada'na. People just say wa wada'na. No, it's wa wada'na. Now we are understanding what we are saying, right. If I want to say you removed, wadatta, wada'ta, sorry, wada'ta. If I say he removed, wada'a, 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 right. If I want to say she, sorry, you, second person, feminine, singular, removed, wada'ti. But if I want to say they, plurals, feminine, removed, they, wada'na, wada'na. But if I say you, then wada'tunna, wada'tunna. And kalima has got the sakun because there is a mutaharrik pronoun attached. See, this is the important, because the mutaharrik pronouns is attached. Tunna is a file mutaharrik pronoun. That's why the lam kalima will get the sakun. This will help us in understanding the al ajwaf a bit better. If I want to say you all removed, removed. Good question. Masculine. Let's make it masculine. See, that's important. Yeah, exactly. That's important. Yeah, wajadtum. But if it is feminine, then wajadtunna. Wajadtunna. But if I we are wada. Yeah, wada. Sorry. Yeah, we are on wada. We are not on wajada. Wada'tunna or wada'tum. But if I say removed, you remove. Now I didn't say removed, I say you remove. What should I say?
Allah.
You masculine, second person.
There.
It's not no, it's not an order. It's not an order. I'm not saying remove, right. I'm not saying remove, I say you remove, or you remove. Mudare, exactly. Huh? Wada'a yada'u tada'u. This is important exercise, tada'u. But if I want to say I remove, ada'u. You see, now the haraka is, it's not the kasra anymore, it's the fatha. I say we remove nada'u, nada'u, right. If I want to say she remove, tada'u, right. But if I want to say they, feminine, singular, third person, removes, hunna
يدعي
yada'ina
يدعي
yada'ina oh sorry yadana right yadana when it is say antunna then tada'na yada'na tada'na right
For antunna, would it not be tada'unna?
antunna is tajidna or tada'na right tada'na but if I want to say you all masculine remove tada'una right tada'una this is important because in Quran we will come across these verbs all the time not in the weak form but even in the in the mujarrid form sound forms right but if I want to say she did not remove she did not remove lam and then what form she hun hiya tada he did not remove lam yada I did not remove lam ada we did not remove nada if I want to say third person masculine plural did not remove
يدعو
yada'u if I want to say you all masculine I don't know if I'm repeating but you all masculine did not remove tada'u if I want to say you all feminine change it to feminine you all tada'na right tada'na but if I want to say he will not remove will lan now we are in lan right lan tada'a mansub tada'a right sorry lan yada'a if I say I will not remove ada'a we will not remove you singular masculine will not remove lan tada'a she masculine she feminine second person will not remove tada'i yes exactly very good
You, she would be in the first box.
huh she second person
Oh, second person.
she second person dan tada'i right but if I want to order remove da
What in the beginning of all the exercises.
there is an exercise there but we have already covered those exercises right so we will just move on to the
In the beginning of every exercise they put da.
oh yes da put right or remove it has both meaning if I want to say da'a da'u da'at da'a da'i sorry da'na right so anta antuma antum anti antuma antunna right so let's go to the exercises it's almost 50 minutes in Ambai so we'll just Yeah.
We have 10 minutes.
Yeah, we have 10 minutes. So, let us go to now we have already finished technically we have already finished page number 175. I apologize, I mean, you know, this is there is so much thing going on, I may have made some mistakes here and there, but we corrected them and we know the concept, right, because this is page number 175 we have already done it, right. Basically Dr. Saab is telling us to make amar, and then he is giving us some al misal verbs. Let us move on to page number 176, exercise number 4, Iqra ma yali. This is important, we are only going to do this one, okay. The other ones are not that important, because it has 2 ayahs from the Quran too. Let us do those first, okay, while we have time. Let us do those 2 first. It is page number 176, number exercise number 4, number 10 and number 11. Qala Allahu azza wa jal fi suratu Sabai. Okay, what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, ya'lamu, he knows, right, he knows. Where is the file here? Mustatir, taqdiruhu huwa, yudullu ala Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, ya'lamu. Okay, I wish we could write it down on the board, but that is fine, Inam, it's in the book. Ya'lamu, he knows, ma. Now let us apply some we will do these 2 ayahs only. Ya'lamu, he knows, okay, he knows. What are we looking for? Transitive verb. We are looking for maf'ulun bihi. Where is the maf'ulun bihi? Ma is the maf'ul. He knows whatever, right, ma is your maf'ulun bihi.
Ma is ism.
It is ism, it is an ism, right. Now the verb is yaliju. Walaja, he entered, okay, walaja, he entered. Yaliju, it enters, right, it enters, he or it both are applicable. Walaja, enter, to enter. Ya'lamu, he knows, ma, whatever, yaliju, enters, fil ardi. Where is the file in yaliju? Mustatir, taqdiruhu huwa. It means whatever enters, right. Fil ardi, in the earth, he knows whatever enters in the earth. So yaliju is your weak verb, walaja yaliju. Vama, and ma, again comes ma. What kind of ma is that? This is also matufun ala the first ma, right, because it is coming after waw, ataf, Kamran bhai, right. And whatever, he knows whatever enters in the earth and whatever yakhruju, kharaja, yakhruju, exit, okay, whatever exit. Now beautiful thing about this ayah is, I don't know if somebody noticed, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is using mudari form, and mudari is present and future both. So there is a constant cycle of things entering and exiting from the earth. Now we start thinking about the vapors and everything, you know, what have you.
You
Well,
will see.
huh?
You will see.
Yeah.
Seed penetrates
and then yakhruju. Yeah, I mean now this phenomena can be applied to a lot of things, and we can start thinking about it. Wama, and whatever yakhraja yakhruju, exit, minha, from it. Yeah, Vama, and again ma comes. This ma again goes back to the second ma, and then second ma goes back to first ma, and the first ma is what? Mafulun bi. Mafulun bihi for what? Ya'lamu. And who's Ya'lamu? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So what does that imply? The first statement, the second statement, and the third statement are connected, goes back to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, because He knows what enters, what exit, and what comes down. Yanzalu. Now it all makes sense. So what I was saying is that when we are memorizing, now we are not just memorizing the words, we are actually like making sense. Okay, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala talks about the entering, then He talked about the exiting, and then He talked about sending things down. So we are actually, when we are reciting this ayah, we are actually making the statement. Vama yanzalu minas samai, from the sky. Now, for Vama, and again the fourth ma comes, it goes back to the third ma, then it goes back to the second ma, and then it goes back to the first ma, and the first ma is mafulun bihi, right? And that mafulun bihi is for Ya'lamu, and Ya'lamu is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. This is the sequence going on. It's not, they are not separate sentences. And then we can, you know what, I mean, I don't know how much time we have, maybe 5-6 minutes left, but think about the sequence as well. Entering, exiting, sending down, and then ya'ruju, ascending, to ascend things, fiha, in it. So now people have to think, why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has used this sequence, why not the other sequence? Now this is where the pondering begins. Wama ya'ruju fiha, and what ascends from it. Wahuwa rahi.
Is it whatever raised to it, or
Ascend.
into the sky?
Ascend into the sky. Yeah, raise. Yeah. Wahuwa rahimul ghafur, and He is the merciful and the forgiving. The question is, and this is where whenever I have time, why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala would have to use this sequence, what is the scientific value or the phenomena behind it, why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying wahuwa rahim al ghafur, why he is using this statement, what is so specific? He could have used something else, al basir, or could have used al aziz, or could have used al qawi or al razaq or something, right? Why? Because now we have to think about, this is a phenomena going on, and if there is something wrong, if some disruption happen in this phenomena, if in this scientific phenomena, then the consequences will be disastrous. So everything is calculated. Wahuwa rahimul ghafur, the most merciful and the most forgiving. That's number 10. Let's do number 11. وقال تعالى في سورة الشورى لله, belongs to Allah, right? Mulku, the dominion, mulku samawati, the dominion or the kingdom, as samawati wal ardi, heavens and the earth. Yakhluku, khalaka yakhluku, where is the file? mustatir, taqdiruhu huwa. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Yakhluqu ma. He created what? Ma. Right? Whatever. Yasha, he wishes. Now yasha is the verb. Yeah. Yeah, it's a verb, right? Now again Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is using the mudare form here. So what that means is present and future. Creation, the process of creation is continuous, right? Yakhluqu ma yasha, whatever he wills. Ma is your mafulun bihi, right? Yahabu, wahaba, he blessed. Yahabu, he blesses. He blesses. Liman, to whoever. Yashau, he wishes. To whoever he wishes. Yashau, inasan. What is inasan? Daughters, right? Daughters. Wayahabu, and he blesses. Liman, whoever. Yashau zakura, he wishes the sons. Sha'a yashau, right? Now mudare form is used. Mudare form is used in this ayah. Yakhluqu, yahabu are used in its mudare form. So this process is continuous and will remain continuous. We'll stop here now. We have 1 hour. A tough dose here today, but we know you have a question, Akbar.
In the ayah it says yakhluqu ma yasha. He keeps the same mudar form of yakhluqu and yasha. Is it possible to mix the forms? Is that like grammatically allowed or no? Like if someone says yakhluqu ma asha, or
Then that phenomena is happened in the past, right? It happened in the past. He created at that time. But I don't think grammatically that would make much sense there, right? A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. La yukallifullahu nafsan illa wus'aha, laha ma kasabat wa alayha maktasabat. Rabbana la tu'akhizna in nasina aw akhtana. Inna sina aw akhtana. Inna sina aw akhtana. Rabbana wala tahmil alayna isran kama hamaltahu alal lazina min qablina. Rabbana wala tuhammilna ma la taqata lana bih wa'fu anna waghfir lana warhamna anta maulana fansurna alal qawmil kafirin. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.